For today's adventure, you're going to need a laptop. So I've got PyCharm because that's my favorite way of doing Python. Um, Basically, the script is um, combination of Olama, a tree, and this Python thing called Streamlit. So people keep talking about the dark internet theory, which sounds like the dark forest theory, but has nothing to do with aliens. The dark internet theory is that when you go on a forum and you think you're talking to people, that you're talking to just AI and AI bots, and that the further we go into the future, the more it's going to look like that. And I'm not sure it's a bad thing entirely. I am of the side that thinks that it's the value of something that you read should stand on its own, not having depending on who wrote it. Um, and if you are looking for opinions and to base your opinion on other people's opinions, then you're kind of screwed no matter who wrote it. So the first big thing you have to do is download Olama, and they make it really easy. You just download it, and then at that point, your computer basically knows where to search for Olama. You have to pull Olama, and there's some instructions on here of how to do that. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and then Python will just kind of know where to find it. So you can think of Reddit as kind of like a tree, where at the top is Reddit, like itself, and then off of it shoot a bunch of subreddits. So for example, I don't know if all is one of them, but GIFs, pictures, and then off of those subreddits, you've got posts, um, and each one of those has its own post sublevels. And then posts have comments. And so once you have that structure designed, programmed, basically, in order to have an AI generate things for you, it just has to know which level it appeared on. So, for example, if it appears in the trunk node, then, or I guess really right below the trunk node, in then it's going to be looking for a subreddit. And so basically, it says that the prompt that we're giving the AI is return exactly a single English word and close in double quotes as a new subreddit topic. And then some extra things. You also tell it the other topics so it doesn't copy it, and it has an idea of what to other things to come up with. If it lands, if it's trying to make a post inside a subreddit, we tell it, you're posting in this subreddit, and then return a title and a body, and some extra things. And then we also tell it, the other posts in that level, and we can control all that tree stuff using that nice AnyTree function module. And then similarly, you can create posts in there. So you're commenting under a post, or sorry, you can create comments. Um, and yeah, we basically tell it what the comment it's commenting under, and what the parents are, and so it has some idea of context. And then finally, you can comment on comments. And yeah, that's basically the bot. And then we do some crazy stuff with split, whatever it's called, Streamlit, to kind of have the GUI show up in our browser to make it look nicer. So once you have Streamlit running from your terminal, then it basically, this is my example. I hit refresh. I tried doing auto refresh, but I couldn't figure that out. So I basically just hit refresh and it kind of comes up with it. You can kind of ignore this part up here. It's basically like what's going on underneath. It's saying, you're replying to a post called blah, 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 where I guess they're fighting about the Dark Knight. And yeah, I can't believe you ranked the Dark Knight above the Matrix. And So yeah, there's a bunch of posts, and then the response from the AI is, I completely agree with you both. The Matrix is indeed a classic that holds up today. Blah 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 blah, and then emojis and stuff. Yeah, and which is also kind of ironic because it's an AI. Um, and but yeah, so this is my janky subreddit at home. And so here's the subreddits it titles that's come up with. It seems to have gone a little off the edge. I left it running overnight, and so yeah, it kind of went into like Colmex. I don't know what that is, and yeah, just think it's weird. Um, but anyways, so here's a chutney, and we can click on it. And so if it's this point, it's a post, and then if it's one tab down, it's a comment on that post. And so here's a chutney recipe, and then it kind of gives you a chutney recipe, I guess. I got some emojis, and then someone posting on that chutney recipe, and then someone posting on that comment. So hopefully I convinced you that dark internet isn't the end of the world, and that it's kind of up to you to realize that either a person or an AI is misleading you either on purpose or by accident. For example, under this narwhal subreddit, um, it starts talking about how narwhals can change the color of their ability, sorry, can have the ability to change the color um, and find hidden gardens for where they keep their secrets.